What's up, YouTube? If you're like me, you like journals. And I came across this YouTuber on the YouTubes, as it were, called, the title of his channel is called The Analog Mind. I don't know the individual's name, but he seems to be a very intelligent man. And he showed something on his channel that really intrigued me. And I, I had to buy it. I bought it. I bought another journal. Now, if you've been on this channel for any length of time, you know that I use pocket notebooks. I use the field notes, different kind of notebooks from Walmart, things like that. I have my anchor journal, the Lockdown 1917 Hunger. You know, sorry for that accent. That's pretty stupid, but it's what I do, man. And I have a video on the anchor journal, a couple of those, but I still wanted another notebook, especially after seeing the Analog Minds individual's notebook that he showed and talked about. And it was a Midori Codex. So I bought one off the Amazon. Now, I'm not an Amazon affiliate yet, so I'm kind of trying to reach a goal before I get there and do all that kind of stuff. So I don't have any of that, kind of doing it. So I probably won't link this in the description, but you can look it up. It's just a Midori Codex. And it has MD paper designed for comfortable writing. MD notebook A5 Codex. 1 day, 1 page blank. Nothing in this book. And this is my unboxing. Diary idea. I mean, this is really cool, right? So this is me looking at it for the first time with you guys. And Mr. Analog Mind used his as a basic catch-all for absolutely everything. Everything. This looks like some hard, maybe, cardstock kind of cover. Exposed binding. Smithsonian. So it'll lay flat for you. Comfortable writing, as it talked about. Oh, it's just neat. Japanese, baby. Look at that. I just love stuff like that. It's just so cool. So you can use this here to find your place instead of having, as it doesn't have any bookmarks. What's this little guy here? Some tabs, things we can use. Are they stickers? Yes, they're stickers. Stickers that you can put on here for tabs you can reference. MD paper. This is embossed onto the cover. Open up. First page, look at this. First page, just open the cover, it lays flat. That what you want right now. That what you want. MD notebook made in Japan, Midori. Midori. I'm not convincing you guys of my intelligence right now, I know. But look, got little lines down here at the bottom, not sure what that's about. Blank page, beautiful paper. I think this is touted as being able to use and handle the fountain pens if you're into that, felt pens if you're into that. I'm not sure it can do the those what are those kind of markers that bleed through, acid markers or whatever. It may not handle that. I think there's a specific book that will do that, and there's planners in this. But why am I showing you this? Well, of course this is an unboxing and this is a first impressions video, but Mr. Analog Mind got me thinking, I need a book where I can just let my ideas roam. I can let them out of the cage, as it were. Let them flock and frolic on the cascades of my mind. And so, I don't know, maybe you're like me and your mind is just a jumbled mess and you try to keep some things kind of organized. You have an idea for a public talk or a sermon I might preach at my church or a friend's church, or might do a Sunday school lesson or something like that. Perhaps you're public speaking for some other reason. Perhaps you have an article idea and maybe you want to rough draft that article, or maybe you want to think about hey, what is this philosophical implications of a riding spider? Maybe you want to talk about the anatomy of the arachnid. Possibly. And you want to draw that, point to it, diagram it. It says it has legs. It can shoot spider webs from the end of it. I don't know, man. Whatever you want to talk about, that's what I'm not allowing myself to do in my anchor journal. Why? Because my anchor journal is just a journal of the day. I might put a few ideas in there, but I'm not exploring. I'm not writing down the curiosities of my mind. What is in the leaf mold of my mind, as Tolkien would say, and maybe I can write down some short story that I think that would just be awesome. Or if I want to write down my Substack articles, and this can be my first draft, and I can cross through it, and I can spill coffee on it, that I can. This is the working brainstormer. I think that's what I'm going to call this. I think I'm going to call it the Storm Book, because it's my brain storming through. You know how when you're a kid in grammar school, elementary school, junior high, high school, whatever, and your teacher's just like, hey, diagram the story, brainstorm what you want to say, write it all down, and then you have a better idea of where do you want your paper to go. This is what I want this to be. Constantly. If I have a sticker that I think is cool and I want to put in a page, bam. And here's the cool thing about it too. Let's say I want to write on the anatomy of the arachnid, and I do it on page, and I'll number these. You can look. I think that's what you can do with these little bottom hashes here. And you number this, and you say, okay, page 12, I wrote about the anatomy of the arachnid. And then, am I even saying that right? I'm just trying to be funny. And then you have an index in the back of this book, right? And it says, okay, page 12, I wrote about the arachnid. Page 63, page 6-7. Yeah, I just did that. And then blah, blah, blah. And then I have an index of where I used all this material, and I can reference it as just a mind idea. Like this to me, this being blank and these being blank pages, and this is how the canvas of your mind is. And you can just put all of these ideas on here, and they don't have to be nice and neat. Now, there are people out there that have beautiful, nice, neat, put together notebooks, and they are beautiful. I can't do that. Maybe I can, but that's not what I want this to be. I want this to be the idea reservoir, as it were, the hopper that I will put all of the ammunition into. Make sure the ammunition is good and great and whatever, and make mistakes and say things the wrong way, spell things the wrong way, do the wrong thing, have the wrong idea even. Put down my research, put down what books I'm reading, and put things in the marginalia or whatever it may be in the margins, and reference this page to that page, and reference this book and the copy that I have in my library, and then write the article and then get absolutely criticized about it online, and then go back and reference it and talk about the critiques that I got from online, and then mold it and make it into a beautiful swan. That's so cool. You get what I'm saying? That's what I want to do. What I want to do. Still got the Asvine Pintail orange Sharpie. If I want to use the Black Wings Altord can sharpener. That last part was for free. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. Maybe you need to get you an idea book, right? Be messy, make mistakes like Miss Frizzle says in the Magic School Bus. See what it does for you. I think it excites me, as you probably heard in my tone. I want to do this. This will be fun. This is where I can put everything in my head that is scrambling around, and then I can see it, work through it, because writing is thinking. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, and as always, stay strong.